What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 252 of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally, as always, is Rick.
Hello, everybody!
Now, in order to save everybody from another Three Kingdoms death, or birth, it would be death at this point, let's be honest, I've instead decided to ask, Rick, what's your least favourite fruit?
My least favourite fruit? I guess durian is cheating, because I've never tried it.
It's got to be something you've eaten, yeah.
Yeah, it might be coconut.
I don't count coconut as a fruit.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? It grows above ground, which is usually the requirement of a fruit. I guess it is more of a seed, really, isn't it?
I guess it's yeah, no, you're right, it is a weird one. I think, technically speaking, you could call it a berry, but that's so wrong.
Yeah. So then I guess kiwi?
Okay, so...
But I feel really bad saying it because, my favourite energy drink used to be apple and kiwi, but,
Oh, that's not real kiwi.
No, it's not real kiwi. Kiwis themselves are just, weird fuzzy fruit testicles.
Yeah, no, spoiler alert, I was also going to say kiwi after my joke answer of Graham Norton. Which, by the way, I don't even dislike Graham Norton. He's just the first gay guy I could think of.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yes, enough of shitty and slightly homophobic jokes. We're here to talk about something completely unrelated. In fact, we're starting a themed month, aren't we, Rick?
We are. We're doing things that have been banned in the public eye.
We have. And when I suggested this as a month, honestly, the episode we're watching today is the one thing that immediately jumped to mind because it's still kind of baffling. But let's get into that, shall we? What we're watching today, Rick, is we're watching The Simpsons. We're watching Stark, Raving Dad, which originally aired on the 19th of September, 1991, which means it's older than me, and is the debut episode of Season 3 and the 36th overall.
Yeah, I remember this episode being good.
I also remember it being fun. I don't remember it being good.
Yeah, I don't... Obviously, we weren't watching The Simpsons when it was brand new back in these days. But when it came on, quote-unquote, new to us on the BBC, this was one of the headliner episodes that they did adverts for.
Now, you see, the wild thing here, Rick, is there's such a gap between us watching Simpsons. There's an age difference, that's certainly a factor. But you mentioning it being on the BBC blows my mind, because for me, it was brand new episodes are on Sky One every Sunday, and then these old shit are on Channel 4.
Yeah, so the brand new ones were always on Sky. So if you had a friend with Sky, because I love parroting our former Prime Minister that growing up I didn't have Sky. Because it's so funny. Yeah, growing up didn't have Sky. Got Sky when I was already a teen. And so getting new Simpsons episodes meant going to someone's house where they knew that other people didn't have Sky, so they would have a tape recorder and they would record things on VHS, and you would be able to see old to them, new to you episodes of The Simpsons, like the Lemon Tree episode.
Which was... It's weird, because the further removed we are from that episode, the funnier it is.
Yeah.
I if I remember correctly, it does have one of my favourite jokes where Bart has to be Roman numerals, they didn't even try to teach us that in school, and it's literally the thing they're trying to teach him at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
Followed by him doing Rocky 4 plus Rocky 3, Rocky 2 plus Rocky 5 is Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge!
Yeah. Adrian!
But yes, we will be doing this a lot today because The Simpsons is just one of those things where you trigger one memory and you jump from reference to reference. That being said, the point of this month is to look at banned episodes. So let's get to the brass tacks as to why this one is banned. 28 years later, as in 28 years after this show aired, a documentary named Leaving Neverland was created and released. I've not watched this documentary, but it added yet further allegations to Michael Jackson's doorstep. What's weird about this is the initial allegations that have been thrown around at Michael Jackson have been around since 1993, which I didn't even know that before diving into this a little bit, because, the height of his trial was early 2000s.
Yeah, so the allegations were kicking about. He already didn't have his name on the in the credits.
Yeah, that was a decision between Michael Jackson and The Simpsons. That's not exactly unique because what's his name? Rain Man did the same thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's his name? Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. He was also the part composer for Sonic 3. after Sonic's shoes actually being inspired by Michael Jackson himself, weirdly enough. He was part composer for Sonic 3 just because he liked it and wanted to work on it.
But that's literally what happened with The Simpsons.
Yeah. If you play the Mega Drive version, you get the Michael Jackson version of the soundtrack. If you play the PC version, you get the ones that was originally made before his involvement. And there's massive differences between the two soundtracks.
Well, there would be, wouldn't there? But yeah, it seems to be like Michael Jackson was at a level of fame that, yes, he can just go, I want to be in this thing because I like it, but I don't want other people to jump on this thing just because my name's attached to it, which is kind of one of those double-edged swords of you kind of respect it, but it's also like, what a weird thing to have to do.
I know, right? It's the reason that Disney fell out with Robin Williams.
It took a lot to get him to voice the genie, because literally they fucked him over, and he said, I don't want this, or this, and Disney was like, no, and he had to have like a sit down with the director, and the director said, we won't do this, and if I recall correctly, the director did everything in his power to stop it, but I think stuff still happened that wasn't quite okay.
Yeah, he said, my character's likeness can't take up more than 50% of any promotional materials, and they skirted that so much by making the genie massive.
Okay, but at the same time, the genie is the most magical and arguably the funnest part of that movie, so it's one of those,
totally.
It's one of those, again, a weird situation where I totally respect Robin Williams' request on that front, but I totally understand why you'd want Genie to be front and centre on the promo material, even if Robin Williams wasn't voicing him.
Yeah, totally.
Weirdly enough, let's get Dan Castellaneta.
Yeah.
That's a link.
The Genie got recast as Homer. Yeah.
He's pretty much played him in everything that's not the main movie, because I don't think Robin Williams even voiced him in Aladdin 2.
He didn't in Aladdin 2, but he came back for Aladdin 3.
That's weird, because Aladdin 3 sucks.
I know, right? It was they're finally getting married. There's a party in Agrabah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Return of Jafar was actually entertaining.
Yeah, it was like they used to do this a lot, actually. They'd launch the TV series with movie 2 and end the TV series with movie 3. I think it would lead on Stitch as well.
Unless you're Hercules, Tarzan, there's other ones I'm forgetting. I'm just trying to fucking grasp at straws. Mind you, Tarzan had a this is well off topic. Well, let's move on. Sorry, back to why the episode was banned. We need to do like a retrospective on just fucking Disney spin-off cartoons that are still not on Disney Plus.
Yeah, like Emperor's New School,
Hercules, Aladdin, Tarzan. We could birth a whole new generation of furries with Aladdin and that fucking cat lady.
Yeah, hell, is even freaking Kim Possible on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah, but that didn't have a movie to start. That was a show to begin with.
True, but it did have 2 movies.
Yeah, but again, started life as a series as opposed to Like, bear in mind, like the cartoons came out in 2000, but the movies were fucking 90s and maybe even 80s.
Yeah.
But yes, James L. Brooks and Dan Reed were the leaders of the decision to ban the episode, which is another oddity because they are quite famously against censorship. Brooks is on the record as saying he's against book burning, and then because he's on the record as saying that, his go-to quote for why they banned this episode is, "This is our book and we're allowed to take out a chapter," which is a flimsy bullshit excuse. You're a hypocrite, sir.
Yeah. And also, you still get these songs on the physical CDs of Simpsons OSTs.
Okay, that's not Michael Jackson singing them.
Is it not?
No, it's in my notes. We'll get to that in a minute.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So while doing research into other banned episodes, by the way, it's actually usually they're banned from syndication and broadcast. They're usually still like streamed and on DVDs, but like Simpsons straight up just that you can't get this anymore. It's not on Disney Plus. It's not on any streaming service. Any prints of the DVD collection for season 3, if it's from 2019 onwards, it's not on the DVD.
Cheese and biscuits. Okay.
And as far as I'm aware, because I remember this episode, there's nothing nefarious in the episode. It's literally just Michael Jackson provides a voice, and they're trying to wipe it from the face of the earth. It's a weird decision, because there's some stuff on our list where, okay, I don't agree with them banning the episode, but at least there's a bit more logic to it than this. Yeah.
The other Simpsons episode that I can remember being banned was the one where Homer goes up the 2 towers.
Yeah, and that wasn't even banned. It was temporarily banned because it was right after.
Removed.
Yeah, and it wasn't like scrubbed from history. It was just like, we're not going to broadcast this episode for a while because there's a joke involving the two towers and they just got destroyed. Which,
there's a lot of things around that time where things were already in production, already been made, that were joking about terrorism, and Americans go, oh, actually, terrorism isn't funny right now, so we're just not going to show that episode.
Yeah, but we're going to pretend that we didn't fund the IRA for 25 years.
Oh, yeah. And that's why they stopped funding it as well.
Yeah, well, sorry, it still fucking boils my fucking blood and turns my piss to vinegar.
Yeah.
It happened to us, and now it's not funny. Grow a pair, dickheads. Anyway, but yes, all this because, as I said, Michael Jackson provided a voice in the episode, more or less. He's credited as John J. Smith. Curiously, though, he doesn't sing the songs. A weirdly common clause in music contracts. In fact, we experienced this with Helluva Boss, and it's why that episode was delayed for so long, with Queen Bee being voiced by, I forget the singer's name.
Yeah, I forget. Well, I also forget the replacement singer as well.
But in either case, it's a pretty common thing to just have in your contract. No, you're not allowed to sing unless it's on a record for us. Michael Jackson actually had this. So he couldn't sing. So instead the honour goes to Kip Lennon, who sang pretty much all of the piss take songs in The Simpsons in the early days, including the Flaming Moe's Cheers parody.
Oh yeah, well, liquor in a mug can warm you like a hug. Happiness is just a flaming Moe away.
Yeah, my closing notes are literally just like, as for the content of the episode, I don't remember this episode perfectly, but as far as I'm aware, Michael Jackson doesn't do anything nefarious, or his character doesn't. I suppose perhaps you could rather loosely be like, oh, he becomes friends with Bart, which is Michael Jackson's character becoming friends with a child character, and they don't want that association, but that's clutching at straws.
It really is. Like, the only thing that really happens is that, yeah, he not only does he do that, but he does it overnight. Oh boy.
Yeah, I can kind of see, I could see loose threads as to why you wouldn't want this, but
you have to create those threads.
Yeah, you've got to be such a pussy to do this. Wow, I think that's the first time I've called someone a pussy on the show.
You called me a pussy.
I don't think, not on the show. Oh, do you want to crawl through 252 episodes, almost 500 hours of... This is just a review, mind you.
Yeah. It's way more likely that you called me a pussy in a retrospective, where in my top 5, I was too much of a coward to actually name the Dommy Mommy as my number 1.
And even then, I don't think I called you a pussy. I think I called you a bitch, which is a different connotation.
Yeah.
But, like, a bitch is like a friendly jape between friends. A pussy is me, like, calling you out. It's such a visceral word for no reason.
Yeah. Pusillanimous, apparently.
Sorry?
Yeah, apparently one of the things that pussy is short for is pusillanimous, but nobody uses it as that contraction.
Well, the thing is when I call someone a pussy, I'm using it in the term of, like, oh, you're a pussycat, you're a bitch.
Oh, okay, you're not calling someone a fanny, okay.
No, of course I'm not. I quite like fannies. Why would I compliment people? But anyway, I digress. Those of you unfamiliar with the show probably don't know this, but we'll give you the rundown. What we like to do before we jump into the review and the react itself is talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide universe. So with that in mind, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
Well, on the personal front, it's going to be Pokemon again. I finished Pokemon Dreamstone Mysteries, which is a really cute story-based hack where you're going through investigating the disappearance of your region's professor, because you get teased with all these cool starters that you could have, and then when the game starts, oh no, the professor's gone, and so are all the starters. Here, just take something shitty from the lab. That's your starter, go.
And what did you pick?
I ended up with a Zigzagoon.
God damn, okay. I was like, what even are shit Pokemon? Oh yeah, the Rattatas.
Yeah, so Zigzagoon, Gothita, and I think Timber.
Personally, I'd have taken Timber out of that trio because I think it's actually a pretty cool match-up replacement.
It's neat, but I don't like its veiny things.
That's very fair.
Yeah. Also, it's a Galarian Zigzagoon, which is the only one of the 3 that's dual-type. You do get one little bonus. When you pick up your starter, it gives you a question. Was that a trick of the light? And you get to choose whether or not it's shiny. And Galarian Zigzagoon is very cool because it's
like red, isn't it?
It's like red and cyan.
Is
red and white with cyan accents. So like its tongue is like bright blue. It's great.
It looks a lot cooler as Obstagoon. I'll give it that.
It does. It's like a real glam. It turns from being like punk goth into like a super glam rock thing. It's really neat.
Thank fuck Gene Simmons was flattered by that homage as opposed to... Mind you, I would love to see a legal battle between Gene Simmons and Nintendo.
Oh, it's like freaking the guy that hates Kadabra.
Oh, Uri Geller.
Yeah. He is now made up with Kadabra, but that doesn't stop Kadabra having been banned for like 25 years from the Pokemon cards. And only the cards.
Yeah, no, it's just like, well, I've always said, like, listen, Uri Geller's not even a good magician, so I don't know why he'd give a fuck. He doesn't have access to that good of a lawyers. Nintendo could have crushed him, and they chose not to. But no, don't worry, we're going to go after this 15-year-old kid who made a ROM hack without our permission.
Yep, and the funny one is that in Japanese, the Abra and Kadabra are not even named after Uri Geller. They're named after a different psychic, Casey Youngler.
Abracadabra isn't even named after Uri Geller.
No, it's not.
It's literally just because he holds a spoon, and Uri Geller is like, I can bend spoons with my mind, and everyone's like, yeah, fuck off, mate.
Yeah, we can see your thumb. Yeah, and I'll always smile at Corone finding out that Abra and Kadabra go together.
Oh, that's adorable, but that's like cheating, just bringing up Corone and bit. Like, if you're in a competition of like who could be the cutest and you bring up Corone, you're like, well, that's just cheating. Yeah.
She goes Abra and goes, why is it Abra? And then goes looks at the evolution. Kadabra, Abra Kadabra.
You turned so Welsh doing that.
Abracadabra!
Oh, no, place, you little shit.
You little pyro!
But yeah, as far as like ROM hack, like quality of life funsies goes, like just being able to choose if your starter's a shiny is a fun one. Because like it's a single player fuck around, dick around experience. Why not let the player have some fun? Yeah.
The other thing that it does is that it gives you a lot of choices throughout the game, and the choice is basically which one do you not want as much as it is which one do you want. Like the first choice you get is obviously the starter, and then after that you get, do you want a catching charm or do you want a shiny charm? So I picked the shiny charm and I ended up with like 3 more shinies in the run. But yeah, the other one that I've started after finishing that is Pokemon Lazarus, which this one is unique because it is incredibly pretty. They make a fake version of Gen 2 in the Gen 3 games.
Okay.
So yeah, you got these like really retro looking sprites where everything is just like remade from scratch.
That's interesting, because like I'm not really a ROM hack guy, you know this, but I have been curious about potentially playing the Sword and Shield demake, and that sounds like a similar concept.
Yeah. They're just remaking something new in the old tile set. And this is remaking an entire old tile set within the confines of a Gen 3 framework. One of the things they have is, you remember Cyclizar, the little dragon bike?
Yeah.
Well, it has 2 Mega Evolutions in this, and can you guess what they are?
At a guess, I'd assume they were like plays on the legendary versions of the bikes.
Exactly, and it's so cute, because they're like chibified versions of it, but it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. So yeah, I'm about 3 badges into that now, and having a great time.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
Out in the wide world is also something that we did. End of last year, the Fallout TV show started up again. We finally picked it up again. We're now 2 episodes in.
Okay, I've not watched any of it because I don't know if season 2's even finished yet.
I don't know if it's finished,
because
I'm waiting for
it to finish because I'm not paying Amazon more money than I have to.
Gotcha. We just perpetually have Amazon because my dad can't be bothered cancelling Prime.
That's certainly a fucking rich person stance.
Yeah. Yep. But that's pretty much it for what I've seen, what I've been, and what I've done in the universe. How about you? Where have you been? What have you seen?
Well, you not got any news stories for us?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tack an additional news story onto my news stories just very quickly before doing my week then. Of just, okay, so we don't normally talk about politics and Trump specifically on the podcast because 1, it's depressing, 2, we're meant to be funny, but this story's so funny. Melania Trump's got a documentary that's pretending to be a movie, and it released in America to lukewarm receptions. More importantly, they released it over here for reasons unknown to man, and I shit you not, the news report just says that the ticket sales are in single figures. That's bad.
Oh, reasons unknown to man or beast. Oh, man. Because, like, even Trump fanboys don't give a fuck about Melania.
Yeah, but But Trump has given the marching order of, you need to see this movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so at least it makes sense as to why some Americans, rather than none, are watching this tripe. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it's a documentary about. I assume it's about her, which, yeah, I don't know who wants to see this, because no one gets... She's famous for fucking one of the most evil, vile, stupidest men on the planet.
Yeah.
And birthing a child upon him, who I'm sure will be totally well adjusted when he's an adult.
Weirdly enough, I think that kid has got the only chance of being a normal kid out of all of them. Like, not normal, but, like, good,
yeah,
you know?
Except the stories are already more or less confirmed he's at least a sociopath, if not psychopath.
Yeah.
Not that I delve too deeply in such things, because I don't care. I'm never going to interact with them. I hope they die in a fire. Yes, I did say that on the internet. Come at me, Marga.
That said, he was the only one that actually shook Joe Biden's hand, so, you know.
Oh, fucking, yeah, he's basically a saint then. Fuck off.
I know, right? The closest thing to the bare minimum.
And he probably got a bollocking for that afterwards, and it was like, oh, I didn't realise that was bad. Anyway, I didn't want to dwell on it too much, because...
just sounds like such a comedian way of doing it. I didn't realise that was bad, I'm sorry, oh shit.
Well, I'm trying to make light of something that's fucking, you know, very close to being like just straight up horrific Nazi shit.
Yeah. Baron Trump. Baron Trump, I hope you end up being the good one.
I hope you die before you turn 18. Can I say that?
20.
Is he 20? He looks like he's 5. I want to say, for legal reasons, I do not wish death upon anyone, and this is entirely humour-based and not based on my own feelings or opinions. So much so that I thought he was a 5-year-old.
Oh, he used to be a 5-year-old.
Thanks, that helps my case. Anyway.
Former child.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, moving on. On a personal note, rather personally, what I did in life is very, very little. I'm playing video games as I usually do. I'm watching TV shows. As is becoming almost a feature on this podcast, I did the Achievement of the Week on Retro Achievements.
What was it this week?
This week it was Amber de Amigo, which was to get 500,000 miles on Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing.
Oh, okay. So the old racing game, not the current Cross Worlds that everyone loves.
Well, it wouldn't be retro if it was that, would it?
Yeah, no. That said, there's nothing stopping them adding something to something new. So, like, Nintendo Switch don't have achievements.
Yeah, but Steam does, which is, you know,
Yeah,
where we
true
both
enough.
have that game. But yeah, and again, it's retro achievements. It's not, you know, current day achievements. It would be very weird if they're like, yeah, so we've got PS5 games on our system now, and it's like, cool, now we're in actual piracy territory, and we're going to get shut down.
Yeah. Plus, the PS5 does have trophies.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. I'm just making a point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason why I bring this up is that I actually quite like kart racing games in general. They're usually a good laugh. This is the worst version of the game you could possibly get because it was on the DS.
Oh, boy. Yeah, all right. Okay, I sees it. I sees how crap it could be. Because, like, they did a sequel that was, by all accounts, pretty much improved in every way. But how do you make a game worse? You put it on shittier hardware.
Now, to be fair, for a DS game, it looked pretty good. However,
Yeah.
the control scheme was complete and utter fucked. And I'll tell you why. The Nintendo DS has shoulder buttons, Rick.
It does.
It does. They put the drift on B.
Oh, bloody hell. The brake button. They put drift on the brake button.
In order to do drifting, I have to put my thumb in such a position that after playing for 20 minutes, I was in, I wouldn't say agony, but I was like, I'm going to stop playing because I think I've got arthritis in my thumb now.
Oh, boy.
And by arthritis, I mean repetitive strain disorder.
Yep, not a good look.
How did you get tennis elbow in your thumb? I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, it's like, is it Groundskeeper Willie? I've got crippling arthritis in my index fingers thanks to Space Invaders.
Oh, jeez. But I don't think people who don't play video games realise how fucking... If you have got a poor control scheme on your game, you will hurt people.
Yeah. And just look at Gamer Neck.
I've heard of this, but I don't know what causes it.
Leaning forward, looking at a screen, and being maladjusted.
Oh, okay, so just not knowing how to sit properly.
Yeah.
That's not a gamer problem, because there's people who watch TV who get that.
Yeah, but you tend not to watch TV with your elbows on the table, looking at a TV so it can encompass your entire field of view.
You have not hung out with sports fans.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of sports fans that I know will sit in their lounge with a beer in each hand and beers 3 and 4 on their hat.
No, you're not hanging... Those aren't sport fans, those are drunks. drunks.
Yeah, those alcohol fans.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. And also, speaking of like weird gaming stuff, like I think everyone has their own unique version of the claw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again,
it's the lock-in position where, okay, damn, fuck it, we're doing this now, and like you reposition your hands to have quick access to all the buttons that you think you're going to need.
So very specifically, the claw is a position that most people who play video games will know quite well. And probably people who don't play video games know what it is, but they didn't know there's a word for it. Specifically, I'm thinking of like a Mario Party, where you'd have a mini game that was just mash 2 buttons and you're like, okay, so that's when you do the hunch forward, you put your controller on your lap and you put your hand in the dumbest position ever and you look mentally challenged.
You do. you look like a T-Rex is trying to play the game.
Oh god, that's so accurate, it hurts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only for super competitive people over games that are not worth being competitive over.
Yeah, it really does look like you can watch a person do it as well. They go from Saitama looking like an egg to Saitama looking cool when they lock in.
Oh yeah. But yes, you ready for some news?
Let's go.
I did share a trailer with you. I don't know if you watched it, but Glitch continues to like try and dominate the indie scene by producing yet another cartoon, a 2D animated one. So they're properly branched out into 2D and 3D. The Game Oververse trailer dropped.
I didn't see this. So I saw that you sent me it, and I've not clicked it.
Okay, so it's basically... It looks very fun. Our main protagonist has to go from video game world to video game world and make sure the player doesn't win, because if the player wins the game, the world gets destroyed, because it never gets touched again.
Oh, yeah, okay.
At least that seems to be what the implication is from just watching. And the very first world that they go to, or at least the one they show off in the trailer, are you familiar with Putt-Putt?
Putt-Putt. It's just like short-term golfing, right?
No. Putt-Putt is a talking car. It's like a game aimed at like 3-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
The world that they go to looks like a putt-putt type game, except it's dinosaurs. And the protagonist goes to the main characters of the game, and it's like, no, don't complete this puzzle. And just as the puzzle's completed, and then the world gets utterly obliterated, which is 10 times funnier when it's this really kiddie game.
It's like Brum Apocalypse.
Pretty much, man. But yeah, it looks very. It looks unique. I'll put it that way. I'm looking forward to actually seeing the pilot for this. It's weird because Glitch has got a bunch of plates spinning right now, but it seems like Amazing Digital Circus is the only one they're actively working on, because we've had the Knights of Guinevere pilot and the Gasworks pilot, and we haven't elaborated on those yet.
Yeah, like we're pretty sure they're all in production, just slowly.
It could be that they're planning to, because they want to release on a specific schedule, like Amazing Digital Circus comes out every few months. Maybe they're putting a lot of the groundwork in for episodes that come after, so that they can just be like, when we release episode 1, there will be a proper release schedule, and we want to stick to that, so we're doing all the groundwork behind the scenes before getting people properly hyped.
Or the pilots are pitches to get them picked up by a streaming service and do the entire season all in one go.
I don't think that's the case, because they're funding these themselves via merch.
Sure.
It's why each show tends to have its own merch store, because it seems to be like, no, buy merch for this show because that's where the money's going.
Yeah, it's how it gets funded.
Yeah.
And, one plushie is worth 1 million views.
YouTube is awful at paying people. But yeah, the voice cast looks pretty competent. A few names I recognised is, I'm 95% sure I saw Erica Lindbeck in there.
Yeah!
Aaron Hansen, who we know from the Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm.
And my favourite whenever his name turns up, Michael Cusack.
Yeah!
Yeah, so voice cast is definitely top notch. I know some people might not think of Aaron Hansen as a voice actor nowadays, but he very definitely is.
He very definitely is. Like he was in Mighty Magic Swords. He was in the Owl House. He's very definitely a voice actor these days.
But yes, in other news, we're going to move to Japan very quickly. Toho declares that 2026 is the year of Mothra.
Okay. Do we know if there is any elaboration thereof?
It's been 65 years since her debut movie.
Oh, okay.
And if you go and have a little look at the Godzilla -0 poster, which, yes, they've called it that, the way they've written the 0 looks like 2 Mothra eyes.
Oh,
so perhaps
cute.
we'll see Mothra in that movie. So that movie's out in June. I'm very excited.
Sure. I think I've seen some modern Mothra that look really cool, like in like a cool, like, dark and teal looking screenshot. So
yeah, like she has appeared in 2 Legendary movies, so it's a very real possibility you saw a screenshot from those.
yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, there's not much to elaborate upon that. It's just like, yay, Mothra! She deserves all the recognition for being one of the few monsters Godzilla is usually reluctant to kill.
Yeah, because she's unequivocally always a good guy.
Yes, if you want evil Mothra, you need to find Batra.
Yeah.
Which the fucking... the larvae form of Batra looks so fucking cool. It looked 10 times cooler than Mothra. Sorry, Mothra, I love you, but Batra looks cooler.
Your villain is a cooler caterpillar.
It is. Oh, God. It's like fucking Caterpie versus Weedle, and I'm not even joking.
Yeah, sweet.
Except like 20 times cooler, because Weedle's actually kind of crap looking.
It is.
But yes, last but not least, Rick, this is not a wrestling podcast.
What has happened?
WWE 2K26 has been officially revealed, and it's going to focus on the Attitude Era.
The Attitude Era. Okay.
Shit, I forgot you're not a wrestling fan. The Attitude Era is a big deal.
Okay. Is that like the NWO Attitude thing, or is that something that I'm misremembering from video games?
The really funny thing is, Rick, is it does involve the NWO to a certain degree, so you're not a million miles away. The Attitude Era is basically the direction that WWE took from the mid-90s to about 2001. We'll say that as the cut-off point, but some people will argue, don't care. And very specifically, the Monday Night Wars, because back then WWE would go head-to-head with WCW. They had shows on the same night. You had to make a choice. You had to pick a side. While the Attitude Era was going on in WWE, the NWO was happening in WCW.
Okay.
Yeah, and they've showed a very special Monday Night's Wars edition of the game, and it very much shows, here's the NWO characters and here's a bunch of Attitude Era guys, and it's like, that looks very cool. Who's the cover star for the new WWE game? Oh, it's fucking Triple H.
Oh, okay.
Usually the cover star of the game is a modern wrestler. It's very weird they decided Triple H, because Triple H does not need the fame or the money.
Yeah, no, we don't.
But oh well. I'll probably get this game well after release when it's super cheap, because I'm doing my best not to support WWE anymore, but the video games are kind of my kryptonite.
Yeah.
So yeah, that about does it for the news. So, Rick, for the benefit of me and for the audience, what are we doing today? And count us in.
We're doing The Simpsons Season 3 and the actual Episode 1, Stark Raving Dad. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, very important to note, if you go for Episode 1 on a streaming service or a DVD released after 2019, Episode 1 will actually be Episode 2. They just pretend this doesn't exist. For those of you curious, we're actually watching a DVD rip of Series 3, Episode 1. That's someone very helpfully posted somewhere.
Yeah, sweet. Oh yeah, back when Lisa actually used to play the opening theme instead of scatting.
I don't think I've ever watched a fucking episode where she scats.
Yeah, they changed it every year around this time. They probably still do, but I think these days they just go straight from Homer dropping the rod to the house.
I've never had anyone do that, but that seems like pure evil.
Yeah. What do you know? I'm relieved.
Jesus Christ, that's kind of grim.
Yeah, so Lisa canonically 7 right now.
It's very funny to me that someone who's 10 thinks they're aged and wizened. So it's probably a joke you can only appreciate when you yourself are older than 10.
Oh yeah, totally. Because I remember my dad telling me, you're going to hit double digits. That's going to be the rest of your life, pretty much. Unless you hit triple digits.
That's fair. These were super real back in the 90s, by the way. Everything had a hotline, a premium hotline for you to call.
Yeah, and they were all crap like this as well.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All they were tricks to keep you to stay on the line for longer and give them more money.
She overpowered me. Oh, yeah, the red hat.
Isn't that real?
They're all pink. Like, thing is, if he wore a jacket with a pink shirt, it wouldn't be an issue, but he doesn't.
Well, this is what gets him committed, isn't it? Is him obsessing over his pink shirt.
Yeah, well, not even obsessing. He gets seen on the. Yeah, there we go. He gets seen on the CCTV.
Boob.
Free thinking anarchist. Yeah, implying that he didn't have colour monitors before that in the 90s.
He is notoriously cheap.
Yes.
Yeah, but he does like pink frosted donuts. It's his signature gimmick.
It is. If you think of a donut, you will think of a pink one, won't you?
Jesus Christ, there's a character we ain't seen for a while, Hans Monroe.
Yeah, Dr. Marvin Monroe, Family Therapy Center.
He got killed off screen, didn't he?
Yeah, because the voice was painful to do.
Yeah, and they revealed it in that like Troy McClure behind the scenes episode where which two popular Simpsons characters passed away? If you said Marvin Monroe and Bleeding Guns Murphy, you're wrong. They were never popular. Okay, I could totally hear why that voice would be really annoying to do.
Yeah. Also, his beard used to really annoy me because it was kind of see-through and you could see the bottom of his chin as well. And it was really inconsistent with the rest of the Simpsons in general.
Totally get you. I will say, Marge Simpson here individually increasing the ozone, the hole in the ozone layer.
Yeah. Yeah. With the CFCs. Oh.
She died. Oh, I didn't know this was from this episode. Oh, God.
Wasn't that Chrysler hit man?
Oh, God. He died. Well, that's how Trump got in, I suppose.
Yeah. We got Bart to vote for him.
Mind you, there was a really that's that story that came from like a small like Georgian church where they gathered all the parishioners and they were like, "Yep, here's your voting forms. Vote for X and turn them in." And everyone was like, if you don't want to vote for our guy, then tough shit, you're gonna have to, or we'll kick you out the church."
Yeah, we'll kick you out of the church. Best you can do is refuse to vote.
In which case, we'll call you a communist and hang you.
Yep. Yeah, that was one of the ones on there. New Bedlam.
Rest home for the emotionally interested. What? So do you know the deal with Rorschach's tests?
Yeah, they're all meant to look like nothing.
Well, it's weirder than that. They're not really a psychological test in any way, shape, or form. But everyone obviously uses it as a quick, like, oh, we're in a mental facility sight gag to show that, yes, you're being mentally tested and whatnot. What Rorschach's tests are actually meant to do is they're just meant to get you to start talking.
Sure, okay. I'm Homer Simpson from The Simpsons.
What's your favourite Michael Jackson song, seeing as we're honest?
Probably Thriller. Or Black or White. Black or White.
I quite like the Earth song, and I know that's a pussy answer, but I don't care.
Yeah. Are you going to stick with the Earth song?
Yeah, I'll stick with the Earth song. Like, there's a lot of Michael Jackson songs I really like. I just kind of cut him out. Like, I know I'm being really fucking rich here, being like, don't censor your episode of television if you're anti-censorship, but I just don't listen to Michael Jackson anymore.
Yeah, it's true. Bang the cat slowly.
Oh, because a bomb goes bang.
I do love when Scratchy is aware of his impending demise.
That's concerning.
5 times 9. Yep. You don't have to be... oh, yeah, hello.
Like, why don't you talk? Because no one talks to me. That's fucking Oprah. Oh, they're all just talk shows. Yeah.
Yeah, Geraldo Ski Resort.
Wow, that's from this one as well.
Yeah, and the other one, Joe's texted him, you snuff him, we stuff him.
Bubbles the monkey.
Yeah, it's his monkey, isn't it?
God, you're evil, Bart.
He is.
Jeez, that is a dark joke.
It is. Thankfully, it is just a gag.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that both the royal family and the Kennedys have had at least one family member lobotomized.
Yeah, and the Horsemans.
I don't know who they are.
BoJack Horseman.
That's a cartoon. I'm talking about real people.
Yeah. Dating the nurse.
To be fair, if it was Nurse Ratched, you can understand why you wouldn't want to do that.
True.
God, this is a damning statement for the state of like mental health care in the 90s, and I don't think it's improved as much as people like to think.
Yeah. Yeah, you could commit yourself, no problem, but you couldn't prove that you weren't crazy if you weren't crazy.
Well, committing yourself isn't the problem. The problem is if the state commits you, you can't just get out.
Yeah.
So this isn't Michael Jackson singing because he wasn't allowed to.
Yeah. And this is what's going to lead to the ad break.
Yeah, it's about that time.
He's already asleep.
I'm only just now noticing the fucking like little anchor tattoo on his arm.
Yeah.
Boobies.
Yeah, cakes, football, and boobies.
Who doesn't like to suck on a tit? I'm sure that's a parody of a character that I just don't know.
Yeah. Homer asking real questions.
That would suck.
It is, yeah.
I don't think you need to be committed to an asylum for that, though.
Baby. Bladder hostility.
So they thought it was paranoid because they thought Bart wasn't real.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that one until you mentioned it. I thought he was, like, saying that Bart was a fake name.
Nah. Yeah. That is a very large man, Jesus.
He is.
I'm just remembering, like, I remember when Homer won a Grammy, and he just goes, he looks for a tip for the bellhop, and just gives him the Grammy award. Oh, an award! Oh, it's a Grammy.
Oh, it's a Grammy, and he throws it in the trash.
And do you know who would really want that trash Grammy? Donald Trump.
Yep.
Careful, homie.
Oh yeah, he's heard of you. Yeah. Yeah, and then he immediately the fingers.
Well, at least he's honest. Grandpa Simpson doesn't know who Michael Jackson is.
Oh, I don't know. I love how Grandpa probably just said it to confirm that that's what just got said.
Does that say Smog Centre?
Yeah.
In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, baby. That's the song that Bart tricked. That maybe this is where he heard it the first time. It's the song
Maybe
Bart
so, yeah.
tricks the church lady into doing, and then she fucking dies.
Yeah, she does.
Hey Marge,
Is that
do you
this-
remember when we used to make out under the to this hymn?
Yeah, make out to this hymn, yeah. Oh, yeah, back when Joe Quimby was always called Diamond Joe Quimby.
Ah.
Yeah, renaming it after the Dalai Lama to a Michael Jackson. US Africa.
Michael Jackson was
Without
quite
flair.
white at this point, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Like, I think that might be one of the commentaries.
Apparently he had it was. Here's the thing: is it was always really poorly explained to me, because everyone said he had a disease that meant when he was in the sun, it made his skin go paler. That's not what he had. He had that like vertigo crap.
Yeah, vitiligo. Yeah.
Yeah, which has nothing to do with being in the sun. It just happens.
Yeah, you just lose your melanin.
Yeah, and apparently, during one of his court cases, he, in order to validate what one of the accusers said, they needed to check his stomach, check his body. So he had a private, because, no one wants to fucking show off their body to fucking a court. He had a private thing with just him and some examiners, and it turns out that apparently a lot of his body, at least back at the time, because this was in the 90s, was still black.
Sure.
And therefore was one of the pieces of evidence that dispelled at least one accusation.
Sure. Okay.
I do feel a bit bad. Like, Lisa is one of my least favourite characters, but it's hard not to feel a bit bad for her here.
Yeah, you got to feel bad for her in this episode, because like she's very definitely the victim. She is a little bit annoying in that she's like begging for attention, but
it was her birthday and no one said happy birthday.
Yeah.
Jesus
Although it's
Christ.
not her birthday till tomorrow, apparently.
Wait, it's not her birthday till tomorrow, so why the fuck was she sitting all sad with a birthday hat on?
Because she knows that Bart's going to get a nothing.
He's 10, he doesn't have money.
Yeah. Man, that looks like Reptar in the background.
Therefore,
okay,
it looks like
what...
Godzilla.
Yeah. Her teeth are big and green.
It's actually not bad lyrical skills, but it is the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's not bad. I know you're looking at me.
Okay, this scene's a bit weird. I will say, Lisa, It's Your Birthday is a very catchy tune that does stick in your head very easily.
It is. It's one of those things that, like, it stayed with me, like, 30 years later.
Man, it's fun going back to these old Simpsons and seeing some of the animation tricks they're using.
Yeah.
Like, we need to fill some time, but we don't want to animate anything too difficult, so let's just do a transition between night and day.
Yeah.
Hey, turnabout's fair play!
It's 6 a.m. That's right. Hope you like your present. Yeah, this is where the where it started on the soundtrack.
Ah.
Same notes.
Yep. Man, I hope someone got fired for that error. That is one of my favourite jokes of all time that I reference so frequently, yet the only person who will ever get it is you.
Yeah. Yeah, just because it's The Simpsons.
Yeah. But it's old Simpsons, which means all the kids at work
hey,
don't know what the fuck
Binky.
I'm talking about. Oh, that's his stupid fucking rabbit from his stupid fucking comic that no one likes.
I love the shit out of Life in Hell.
Is
yes.
that a fucking End Apartheid Now poster?
Apparently.
Fuck, this show's old. Everyone mad at Local Boy.
I love how that's front page news as well.
If it's a local newspaper, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the MJ hat on.
You do.
Hee hee, shampoo.
Yeah, they cut the OST after Thank You, Bart.
That's fair. I'm from Jersey.
You. Yep.
Jesus.
Credit to dementia. Oh.
That was not a dementia-like symptom.
No.
Dementia
No.
is you fucking forget everything every day. And that's just like on the light end of things.
It is, yeah.
Nancy Cartwright, noted Scientologist.
Yeah. I like this reprise. I forgot that they did this where they had the same thing but with the saxophone in.
Yeah, it's nice. But yeah, you could see both Lennon and the John J. Smith voices special guests.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I didn't realise Denny Elfman did the Simpsons theme.
Yeah, he did.
I know him from the Rugrats.
I know him from frickin', well, not only this, but I also know him from, Gabo Supo. That's also Rugrats. Klasky Supo.
Yeah, no, he's straight up the creator, isn't he?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, yeah. Danny Elfman. Yeah, I also know him from the Spider-Man OST. Because he did the Spider-Man, the old Sam Raimi.
Oh, okay, you meant, okay. I was going to say, because the Ramones did the original theme, and then fucking... I can't remember the guitarist's name, but the guitarist from Aerosmith did the 90s one.
Sure, yeah.
Radioactive Spider Blood.
Oh, wait, no, that was the fucking... Oh, yeah, shit.
You did the
I was thinking of the X-Men.
But yeah, I recently saw a massive, great big chart being like cartoon pedigrees, where it's just like, here's all the shows that exist because people worked on Adventure Time, for example. And it's like, it's so fascinating going back to like, even The Simpsons has like not a pie chart, but a graph you can follow of like, look at all the names they spawned. I think the most easy one to point to is probably Conan.
Yeah. But yeah, The Simpsons is a real like progenitor of talent, really. Like you work on this and you get going in the industry, you will eventually make a name for yourself, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to see. I don't know how else to word it. I'm sure I could, if I was given a few minutes, I could wax poetic and make something a bit more profound sounding, but like, it's just fun, you know?
Yeah.
But yes, that was the banned episode of The Simpsons, the infamous one that you can't get anymore. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's one of, like, thinking maybe not top 5, maybe not top 10, but probably top 25 episodes.
I disagree with that statement, but that's obviously personal. I just got more obvious personal favourites than this. But it's not first of all, it's not a bad episode of Simpsons. It was very fun. Much like with the Mr. Plow episode, there was plenty of times where I specifically went, "That's from this episode."
Yeah, it's really cute seeing things like that are so early in the Simpsons pedigree, because this is season 3.
Yeah,
this is the beginning of season 3. There's only been 2 seasons before this, and like you get some absolute gems here just because the characters are so established and you can just imagine it. Yeah,
again, just a reminder, 36th episode overall. This was early Simpsons.
Yeah, and they'd already gone from the really rough season 1 style to a lot more refined, higher budget animation by this point.
Yeah, season 1 is a bit difficult to watch because we've seen far more Simpsons with better quality animation. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rick, again, I'm going to reiterate, what the fuck is wrong with this episode that you need to pull it? Other than the fact Michael Jackson exists, and I don't think that's a fair enough reason to be like, no, scrub it, get rid of it. No one can watch this ever again.
Yeah. If you're talking about quality of episodes, pull the Lady Gaga episode.
I'm not talking about quality, I'm talking about controversies.
I know, right? Oh. Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with this episode.
No, there really isn't. And here's the thing, on a personal level, I don't think you should scrub someone's work. I don't think you should get rid of things like this. I think people and viewers are smart enough to be like, I don't want to consume anything that involves X because I can't separate the art from the artist, and they can choose not to watch things, and that's fine. But being like,
absolutely,
taking away the ability to watch it is fucking ridiculous. I don't know how much of this comes from being a wrestling fan, because there's a very infamous wrestler called, for those of you who don't know anything about wrestling, there's a wrestler called Chris Benoit who very horribly and very tragically murdered his family and then killed himself. And the more information you get from that is like, it's almost certainly because wrestling as an industry, at least back then, didn't give a fuck about concussions. He had the brain of like a 60-year-old man with dementia after they did a post-mortem. And there's only one way you can get that, being so young, and that's repetitive fucking injuries to the head.
That has been in the news recently, and it's very personal to me and my family.
Yes, you've mentioned before. But it's one of those... And it bugs me because it's always the same fucking crowd of athletic sport people who don't understand the science and refuse to believe. It's one of the few reasons why I've lost a lot of respect for Stone Cold Steve Austin, because he doesn't believe concussions are real.
Ooh.
Which is like, you work in an industry where so so many people have died young because of taking unnecessary blows to the head, and you're like, nah, it wasn't because of that though. What do you mean? Elaborate, please. Where's your evidence? And it's like, well, we've done this for since like the 1920s, and it's like, that doesn't mean it's safe or okay.
Yeah, we've been hitting young men over the head with blunt force trauma to the occipital cranium for a long time,
and doesn't make it safe.
Yeah. No.
The wrestling industry is the safest it's been in a long time. Like, they've banned moves. Like, I want to point out, Vince McMahon is a horrible monster, and I don't like him for many reasons. One of the few contributing good things he did was, after Chris Benoit died and he got given research of, like, this is what happens. And yes, it was probably just a PR move. I don't care. He made changes to try and make it so that this sort of event didn't happen again. I don't care what the motivation is. He changed things because people died.
Yeah. So you can't drop someone on the head anymore, I don't think.
Pile drivers are banned in the WWE, which isn't even a head thing. That's more of a neck issue, but whatever. You can't do the diving headbutt anymore, which has always been a stupid fucking move.
Yeah.
It's always been a stupid... Like, the person who invented it regrets inventing it. Dynamite Kid crippled himself from doing it. Daniel Bryan did the diving headbutt, and he can't wrestle anymore because he's so fucked up in the sense that one concussion will kill him. Like, there's moves that... And it's not even a good-looking move. I don't know...
It's a Krillin move.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's just so unnecessary, you know what I mean? And wrestling is inherently... I'm going on such a tangent on this, and I apologise. Wrestling is such an art form that you will always do damage to yourself no matter what you're doing. The best thing you can do is pick a moveset that does the least amount of damage. Hulk Hogan couldn't walk, and all that is because of a leg drop.
Yeah.
Not even a particularly, like, don't get me wrong, it was a very fun move, a very fun part of his repertoire, but not a particularly devastating looking move, but he was constantly dropping on his hips, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to The Simpsons.
But yeah, do you have any further thoughts on what you thought about the episode?
I'm still, like, scratching the old noggin and confused as fuck as to why this was banned, apart from, like, the creators of the episode being so sensitive and such whiny bitches about, oh, we don't want to be associated with Michael Jackson. He's in one episode out of over 500 now.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
You cannot scrub someone's name out of the history books. You just can't.
No, you can't. And it's dangerous to do so.
Yeah, I mean, obviously at the moment we're talking about an entertainer, but, like, for example, let's just scrub Nelson Mandela's name out of the history books because now we're a white-dominated South Africa and we want to go back to apartheid, so let's get rid of any mention of Nelson Mandela. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, extreme example, I know.
Oh, yeah. And like that'll never happen, but yeah, still.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but, like, you know, you start with little things and then the ball starts rolling and there are still people who deny the Holocaust exists, Rick.
I think that's more of a recent thing.
That's not a recent thing. They denied it since day one of World War II ending.
Yeah.
Because they had to.
Well, yeah. In World War II, there's a weird thing where the anti-German propaganda in World War I was so outlandish that and was proven to be false that they couldn't possibly believe that the Holocaust was happening.
I'm not talking about the enemies of Nazi Germany. I'm talking about native Germans being like, it didn't happen, because we're scrubbing any reference to it. It didn't happen because we're not the bad guys, we're not villains, we're not evil. I'm not talking about the average day German citizen here.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, very heavy. I know it's a bit heavy, but, like, it's like little innocent things of being like, we don't want to talk about Michael Jackson, we're never bringing him up again because he may or may not have done heinous crimes. I'm in the camp of believing that he did something, I just don't think he fucked kids.
Yeah.
But he definitely did something inappropriate with children, I just don't know what.
Yeah. The documentary, I never watched the documentary, but I've heard the reactions of people that have. And they all say that the documentary feels very damning, but then again, you can make any media feel damning.
I mean, yeah, there is no smoking gun, is the thing. It's like, I watch a lot of Bigfoot documentaries, right? They're very compelling, but they're all bullshit.
Yeah. And here's the thing. The thing that's making me think that it's probably not is that it's not the kids that are doing the accusation, it's the parents trying to get money out of him.
Well, it's always been about money. And the problem is, Michael Jackson did pay money to some people. And that's why I say he definitely did something inappropriate. I just don't think it was fucking them, but it was something he shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's something that you and I are never going to be able to prove one way or another, and frankly, it's something I don't invest my personal energy to, because, like, the guy's dead. You can't do anything to him now.
No.
Like, I don't want to quote the internet historian here, but I'm going to, because it's quite a funny line, and it applies, and it's like, the guy's dead, let's move on.
Sure.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Tis indeed.
You know, if there was, obviously, don't get me wrong, if there are legitimate victims of heinous crimes, they need to have the help they need, and, you know, all that. But, like, what are you going to do? Lynch a corpse?
True.
Alright, let's get to the usual wind down, which I'm sure will be much more of a fun discussion. Rick, do you have a standout favourite moment?
I mean, is the song cheating? Like, if we... I think there's an asterisk on the song that, yeah, I think it's going to be everyone's favourite moment from the episode. It's the thing that everyone remembers.
Okay, Rick, I just want to say, no, it's not cheating. However, I didn't think you'd be so quick with your answer, and I was in the middle of taking a swig of Coke. That's why I was so quiet.
Sure, yeah. I thought I was being side-eyed through the internet.
I know, that's why I had to sort of clarify that, no, you're super okay with that. It's just, you were so quick with an answer, and it was like, not even a sentence.
And with a runner-up to Bart's answers of Joe's crematorium and Joe's taxidermy.
It's very fun.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have a favourite moment for today?
It's kind of tough, but I honestly think like the resolution of the episode where Michael Jackson turns into Leon.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, no, I've had enough playing make believe. I'm just gonna go back to being Leon.
Yeah. Which one of us is truly crazy? Not me. I get this.
But you know, if you want to read into it a bit more, you can also be like the old message of like, no one's truly themselves when they're out and about and acting with people. You know, everyone, I wouldn't say puts on a mask, but everyone perhaps emphasizes certain parts of themselves in order to better fit in. And for Leon, it's pretending to be Michael Jackson.
Yeah, everyone's got multiple selves.
Yeah, the way I act around you is not the way I act around like my mum, for example.
Yeah. You're a lot more polite to your mum.
And the way
I would hope.
Well, exactly. And Rick, you probably would have noticed this, but like I'm very quiet around people I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not like that at all when I'm comfortable with friends and shooting the shit. And you probably noticed this when we're in your Discord server and someone joins and I don't know who they are for a minute, so I shut the fuck up.
True.
Like, that is an observable phenomenon people can see with me when I join a Discord server. It's like, I don't know people, so I'm not talking.
Yeah, true. But yeah.
Favourite moments aside, let's do Weakest Link. It's kind of difficult because it was the banger for an episode, but I'm sure we can figure something.
Yeah, I guess the weakest link is indeed that they've decided to scrub it from the face of the earth. And we've waxed lyrical on this already today, and I think it's a bad look to Streisand affect something just by trying to erase it by association.
Explain to me what the Streisand effect is, because I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Does that make sense?
Sure. So Barbra Streisand did not want pictures of her house posted on the internet. And because she wanted them to be scrubbed, that means that everyone takes a copy of that photo and has posted it somewhere. So if you want a picture of Barbra Streisand's house, you can find a picture of Barbra Streisand's house because she was so insistent that all pictures of her house got removed from the internet.
That's such a weird thing, because, like, your house is connected to a public road.
Yeah.
There's no expectation of privacy if you're in public.
Yeah.
That's a thing in almost every civilized country.
Yeah. And Google Maps.
Well, that didn't exist then.
Yeah, true. But, like, satellite photos have always been taking pictures of all things of all times.
Oh, I don't think you can use that one.
With the obvious caveat that Google Maps edits certain areas of the globe.
Yeah, it can't show you Air Force bases, for example.
Yeah, for instance. But yeah, the Streisand effect is trying to erase something which inadvertently draws way more attention to it.
The thing is, though, is I don't think that much attention has been drawn to it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm aware of this. This has always been on my radar because I'm a fan of cartoons and a fan of early Simpsons. So I've always known that this episode got banned. I just never really knew why, and I still don't. It is just because Michael Jackson. Bad. Yeah. Evil. Antichrist.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, you can't negotiate with a dead person. So they can't renegotiate contracts for royalties for this episode, for instance.
I don't think Michael Jackson ever got royalties. I think he just got a flat fee, if anything. Because don't forget, he approached The Simpsons and said, I want to be on The Simpsons, not the other way around.
Yeah, because this was like prime Do the Bartman era.
I guess so.
Like when Bart was the popular one, not Homer.
I don't think Homer's ever been popular, has he?
Homer's always been popular.
I don't like Homer. Okay. Oh, God, I just did that thing. There's a phenomenon where you're like, a lot of people like this, but I don't. And I'm like, oh, fuck, no, you don't say that. That's dumb. That's not how that works. You idiot, moron, shut up. I've never liked Homer. Probably because I was a kid growing up, so I associate more with Bart, even as a 40-year-old, 30-year-old.
Yeah. Homer is the most entertaining of the Simpsons.
Until you get to the Simpsons movie, I agree.
Oh yeah, he's annoying in that movie. He's very annoying in that movie.
He's annoying from that point on. He's annoying from episode 300 onwards.
Yeah.
Probably sooner than that.
Yeah, as soon as Homer becomes Peter Griffin, he's annoying.
Oh God, I hate so strongly.
But yes, do you have a weakest link?
I'm not going to go for the easy shot of it being a banned episode, but that is a good weakest link to pull from. I think the premise of the episode itself is kind of stupid, and by that I don't mean the Michael Jackson part. I mean the fact that Mr. Burns being like he's wearing a pink shirt that's throw him in an insane asylum.
Yeah, he's a free thinking commie.
Which, early 90s, the wall was still up, I believe.
Yeah. I think it was like 1989 that it came down. But yeah, it was, the wall was in recent memory. And, like, even the Cold War was kind of recent memory still.
I'm going to have to look that up, my friend, because I'm pretty sure it was early 90s the wall came down.
Yeah,
but I am not an expert, but now my brain is telling me that I need to find out. No, I don't want to go to Berkeley.
Berlin.
I'm looking it up now. No, you're right, it was 1989. I'm quicker than you when I've got my phone out, my friend.
Yeah.
When I told you I'm looking it up, that means I was actually looking up. I don't want your tippy taps to appear on the audio. But yeah, 1989. No, you were right. My bad. My history knowledge is not quite so great when it's recent history. Man, that was 3 years before I was born.
Yeah. So technically it's within living memory of me, but I was not forming memories at that point.
I should fucking hope not. You would have been like, what, 4?
Yeah. Like the first, I think I've said it in the past, my first knowledge of the 80s was going to school one day and being told by the deputy headmaster, welcome to 1990.
Wow.
And I'm like, numbers happened before that. All these memories that I have from before this were before the 90s. Oh, okay.
I mean, that memory stuck with you.
It did.
So, yeah. But yeah, let's close out on a highlight, shall we, instead of these weak links. Rick, do you have an MVP today?
It's between Leon Kompowski and Bart. I'm going with Bart. He drove the episode by causing every problem and also being part of the solution.
Wasn't really part... Here's the thing, is they never really solved the problem of him lying to the town.
Oh, no, he didn't solve the problem of lying to the town, but, like, it wasn't his issue. He told Milhouse. And it was Milhouse's problem that Milhouse told everyone else. Okay, it was Bart's problem that he asked Milhouse if he could keep a secret. And Milhouse says no, and he told him anyway.
Listen, it's one of the underrated gems of The Simpsons is just Milhouse's, like... Whenever Milhouse has like a 2-second bit, they make the most out of it. I can't remember the context of it, but there's one where he goes, "There's no time," as he runs across the screen.
Everything's coming up, Milhouse. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm giving it to Bart. Like you say, he didn't really resolve anything. The one thing he did resolve was like making up with Lisa, making sure that she felt, actually appreciated for once, which is a real rarity in early Simpsons.
Yeah, and in late Simpsons, you don't want to give her an ounce because she's just the fucking, here's our token fucking Democrat.
Yeah. She stands up on the soapbox and, like, everybody knows why she's saying those things. It's because it's like common sense and supported by science, but that's not what's funny.
Well, but again, I need to reiterate this for like the 100th time on this podcast alone, where I have friends who say things that I agree with 100%, but they say them in such a dickish or condescending manner that I don't want to agree with them.
Yeah.
I can agree. The annoying thing is, I agree with you. We are arguing the same point, but you're such a dick about it that I want to punch you in the face and say you're wrong.
Yeah. It's exactly that. It's like, I know you're right, but I don't like you.
It's not even not liking. It's like, I don't like you for this 5 seconds when you're being a dick about this for no reason other than to stroke your own ego, which is already inflated.
Yeah. But yeah, how about you? Do you have a MVP for today?
Yeah, it's a tough one, really, but I think I'm going to just give it to Michael Jackson as a bit of a cop-out, because as a voice actor, he's fine. I know he's just playing himself, but I had no issues with it.
Yeah. And, like, it always feels like Leon doing the voice, knowing that Leon is doing the voice in the story, you know?
I totally get you. Oh, well,
because, like, anyone can do that Michael Jackson voice. Like, you talk like this.
Well,
like, anyone can do it.
Well, first of all, 1, I can't. 2, boy, did that freak me out that you can.
What, you find it really annoying and freaky that I can just talk like this?
Well, yeah, because you did it out the blue with no warning, which is very uncomfortable.
Yeah, which was also part of the gag. Like, he flips mid-sentence to that.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, just compare this to like modern Simpsons cameos. I'm not going to take the easy route of Lady Gaga because, you know, that one's the most egregious and everyone agrees on that. But nowadays, when someone guest appears on The Simpsons, they're so shoehorned in that it's like awful. Whereas old school guests, like you had Michael Jackson and Dustin Hoffman, who didn't want to be acknowledged as who they actually were. They were just playing characters. Again, even though Michael Jackson was kind of playing himself. But like even like Elton John was in an early episode of The Simpsons where Apu was trying to impress Manjula, and it's like Elton John just happened to be in Springfield to do a concert and then got kidnapped.
Yeah. yeah. It's like, okay, I think that was the turning point where it was the character. But beforehand, it used to be that if someone shows up, they are someone new. They're playing a new something or other. It's like it's kind of hazy-feely because he's pretending to be Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But generally, it would be okay, like Uncle Herb.
Yeah, that was what was it, DeVito, wasn't it?
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
Yeah. I can remember a really early celebrity cameo where I was like, this feels a bit shoehorned in, but I kind of don't mind it. That was the Lisa Simpson becomes a vegetarian, where she meets Paul McCartney on Apu's roof.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why is Paul McCartney on your roof? It's just like, just is.
Yeah, so is Linda McCartney, and they start advertising their vegetarian meals.
Which is shit, by the way.
Yeah.
They might not have been shit back then, but they are now.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, even though I'm not a vegetarian, I still try vegetarian things from time to time just to see.
Yeah. Like I also go for some vegetarian and vegan options now and then, just to make sure that the good ones get funded.
That makes no sense, Rick, but okay.
Yeah, like if we have to choose between bug meal and meat substitutes, I will choose the meat substitute every time.
Depends how good the bug meal tastes.
No.
Wow, are you being a fanny about this?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay. Here's the thing, Rick. It's like, if I couldn't... it all comes down to taste, my friend.
Nope.
Also, I'm doing my bit to combat it. I already don't eat beef. Like, if more people took, like, dietary restrictions a bit more seriously and started taking away from the thing that's destroying the environment and forcing us in that direction, maybe we won't have to eat bugs.
Yeah, however, that ain't happening. We still have a beef industry.
Yes, because listen, I fully understand that if your statement goes, if everyone made changes, it's already going to be an uphill battle. But, lead by example. At least I'm practicing what I preach.
Yeah.
Oh, there's still a beef industry. Yeah, okay, Rick, but you can still, tone down your beef intake. Like, I'm not even saying you have to scrap it. I'm not saying you have to do anything. I'm just saying, like, it's a very pessimistic outlook that you have of being like, oh, there's a beef industry, so there's no point in doing anything. It's like, oh, fuck off, you defeatist motherfucker.
Yeah. I already don't eat shrimp. Because they're bugs. Fuck them.
I don't eat shrimp because they don't taste nice. Like, it's very easy to be like, oh, I've cut this out of my diet. You didn't eat them anyway. Fuck off. Like,
I used to when I was a kid, apparently. But yeah, look at them.
Okay, dude, you've got such weird hang-ups, and yet are willing to do nothing to combat them.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So on that weird tangent, thanks for joining us for this episode. Again, we're doing a whole month of specifically banned cartoons. That's just how it happened to fall. It feels like it's really it's a lot easier to ban a cartoon than it is to ban a TV show.
It is. So yeah, look forward to what we've got coming up.
Yeah, even we're not entirely committed to what we've already got written down. We've got backup options upon backup options. But yes, if you enjoyed the episode, let us know what you think in the comment section down below. What is your opinion on this kind of censorship, where they weren't mandated to get rid of it, they just decided to on their own back? Like, I'm personally against it, but whatever. Alternatively, you can send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
For those of you few eagle-eared listeners that may wonder why I was talking so weirdly just then, it's because I got attacked by a series of burps.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, join us next week for another banned cartoon, guys, or a banned episode of a cartoon.
Bye, everybody.